This next slide, I am so incredibly passionate about this. Joy practices. I want every woman to incorporate joy practices throughout your daily life. We should be taught this from little kids. Suffering and joy coexist. That's so important. I think sometimes we think, oh, our suffering is so great. It dishonors it to have joy in the midst of the suffering, but it's actually the opposite. We need joy the most when we are suffering. I want you to ask yourself, how can I infuse joy into my day? These are personal answers. I've listed some of my favorite joy practices, but I want you to ask yourself, how can I infuse joy into my day, even during my greatest suffering? Even on the worst day, what is a small thing I can do to experience joy? What can I do in this moment to bolster my soul, to help me carry my suffering? Because that's really what resilience is the ability to keep going. The number one thing I recommend as a daily joy practice is walking in nature. This is so good for your wellness, for your emotional and psychological well-being. It's such a great mindfulness practice. I also recommend exercise. So whatever type of exercise that feels good to your body, moving your body helps you come home to your body and really grounds you in wellness. Of course, restful sleep. Also, being creative in your daily life. And this doesn't have to be like the stereotypical creativity. I never identified as a creative person growing up. I thought that that wasn't for me. But now as I get older, I see we are all creative beings and we can express our creativity in so many different ways. I think it's so important to learn something new every single day. Really, all of these things, if you notice, they are shifting our focus. So we can be present to the suffering, but we can also choose, again, it's that stimuli and then our response. We can choose to shift our focus to things that make us feel alive. Learning something new, being creative really helps with that. I strongly recommend making music. For me, that's learning an instrument. I practice piano nearly every day. I'm learning guitar right now. But whatever it may be for you, if it's singing, if it's making music with dancing, if music is very healing, very grounding for us. Journaling is so good. Reading, that can be part of learning something new every day. And another joy practice I love is creating rituals in your daily life and I've put with water and fire. What I mean with that is perhaps for you it's a shower. For me, it's actually baths. Being submerged in water is so grounding for our nervous system. Fire, you can light a fire, you can have candles lit nearby. Some people have rituals with like their cup of tea and they really are mindful in that moment, sipping the tea, seeing the steam rise from the cup. Imbuing these small things in your day as a ritual is very nourishing to your spirit and is a very doable joy practice. I want these things to be things you can actually do, many of these throughout your day.